Avoid making the column titles or headers fancy with formatting. When the datasheet is going to be analyzed in a program such as R, or it's going to be imported into a database, formatting can sometimes cause errors in analyzing it, or it can even prevent the data from being able to be imported. Also, avoid inconsistent naming conventions for titles, and avoid using characters such as exclamation points, asterisk signs, @symbols, etc. in the title. These can be confusing, for one, and also the special characters in the titles can cause errors in analysis or importing. Here is an example of a data spreadsheet using inconsistent naming conventions in the titles. Take a look and see how many inconsistencies you can spot. For example, if you have a special character that might make it hard to import this column or cause an error when trying to use it in an analysis, is the hashtag symbol in place of the word number. Inconsistencies with capital and lowercase letters aren't usually as much of a problem. They can just kind of throw off and just look kind of weird, especially if you're going to be pulling it into R and making a graph out of that. What's in the column title will be what's shown on the graph. Similar with spacing, that could cause issues. Just a way of wording it inconsistent. You would assume state to be here instead of adding in extra words there. Exclamation point there is going to cause problems, and that looks like a typo where that should just be shipped to. The third thing you want to avoid is using really long descriptive titles with spaces in between words. For one, shorter titles are easier to analyze. Also, some programs can't recognize titles that have spaces in between the words as variables and will give an error message. Here is an example of really long descriptive titles. You can see each of these titles has multiple words in it, and they all have spaces in between them. This can make it hard for some programs to analyze them. One way to shorten this would be using code names, such as this: confirmed _dx for diagnosis _xyz. Or you could just skip the underscores and just put them all into one word, maybe just use confirmed dx. There are all kinds of different ways that you can shorten it, which leads to number 4. Avoid forgetting to include a code book of what you shorten the long descriptive titles to be. A code book can be something simple such as a Word document, a text file, just something that says this is the long descriptive title of what this shortened code column title is, because no one else will necessarily know what that code title means, and if you don't document it, you might even forget.